What is going on, warriors and farmers of Tamaris? Back again with another video. It looks like the game developers have decided to make some changes in Call of Dragons. The game is going to be going in a brand new direction in terms of flying heroes. The first flying hero to get all these changes is Seluna. In this episode, I'm going to show you guys the differences between the skills of the Seluna from the update patch video and what we have here in the game. It is different. It looks like the devs decided to nerf some of the skills of Seluna and then buff the others and make it very strong for flying units only in the game. They have introduced brand new restrictions in the game that we're going to check out. Maybe these restrictions are going to be applying in the future as well. So if you're new here, like, share, subscribe, leave some comments down below. Let's get right into it. Alright, Warriors of Tamaris, legendary Seluna is in the building, and if you want to get her, you can go to your calendar and you're going to see the icon for Seluna over there. Legendary hero Seluna. You're going to have to buy Seluna with money because you cannot get her for free. She is just like Musiang. If you buy everything from here, it's going to take your Seluna to 5511, which is a good start. And then later on, I think the hero is going to be added in the wheel spin. So this is how you can unlock Seluna in the game. For today, we're going to be talking about the skill changes for Seluna from the update patch video and what we have here in the game. The devs have decided to change some of the skills. They have nerfed one of the skills and then decided to buff the other two. So we're going to see how the devs did that. This is a clear indication that we will be seeing brand new restrictions for flying troop types in the next future. For flying heroes in the future. So let us go straight to skill number 2 and see what is really going on. You know what? We're going to start off with the first skills and see if the dev really made any changes. So from skill number 1, we can see that nothing has changed. We got 1800 skill damage factor and we got a 5% defense penetration. It is the same. Now we go to the second skill where things start to get interesting. The second skill known as the quick winged elegy. Now we're going to go straight to the bottom. Damage factor upon losing units in the game is 75 maximum. But when you look at the update patch video, the damage factor is 125. Now, why did the devs decide to do this? Maybe they wanted to do something interesting with the hero. Nerf her ability to be used with ground troops and then buff her significantly and make her very useful with the flying troop type. We check out the second part of this skill, which says damage factor upon death. Maximum here is 75. When you look at the update patch video, the maximum is 200. As you guys can see, it has been reduced significantly. We go to the healing factor per stack. Here in the game is 125. Now previously in the update patch video, it was 200. So it looks like they have reduced the ability of the hero to be very powerful with ground troops. And then in doing so, they have decided to buff this hero and make her very strong with all the flying units in the game. Now the restriction is pretty much straightforward. If you use Seluna with everything that is flying, you are going to be getting the buffs from skill number 3 and skill number 4, which is what we're going to check out right now. Let's say, for example, you use Seluna and then with Bertrand and then you put a Sun Lizard, you are going to miss out on these other buffs. So everything in the lineup needs to be flying in order to get the buff. Looks like the game developers are trying to eliminate the arrival of unnecessary matter that we have in the game. So let us check out skill number 3 and see what the devs have decided to change. So let me pull up the one from the previous update patch note. Okay, gonna put them side by side. So we start off at the top. The melee unit attack bonus in the game is 15%. From the previous update patch note is also 15%. And then the range unit damage dealt bonus is 15%. From the update patch note, it's also 15%. And then at the bottom is where things starts to get interesting. Extra melee unit attack bonus in the game goes all the way up to 30%. But from the previous patch note video, it is only 15%. So it looks like the devs have buffed the ability of flying melee units to let them do more damage. To let them get more attack. And then we go to the one in the bottom, extra range unit damage dealt bonus of 30% here in the game. And then from the update patch note video, it was only 15%. So it looks like the devs have decided to nerf skill number 2, which is useful with all the different troop types, and then buff skill number 3 and make it very, very powerful for all the flying units in the game. That is, if everything is flying. When we go on to skill number 4, they also made some changes over here. We're gonna compare it with the skills from the patch video. We got march speed bonus of 10%, that's the same. We got HP bonus of 10%, which is the same. Extra march speed bonus of 20%, still the same. And then we go to the bottom here, extra HP bonus. In the game, it goes all the way up to 30% extra HP. But when you look at the update patch video, it goes only to 20%. So the devs decided to nerf skill number 2 and then buff skill number 3 and skill number 4 and make it very, very powerful for flying units. Now, I was a little bit skeptical in my previous video, the one where I showed you guys the guide for Seluna. By the way, that video has the talent trees, the artifacts, and the war pets, and pretty much all of the good stuff that you want to check out. I'm going to link that video here. You can check it out later. So I don't think the devs are going to be changing the skills of this hero. It looks like this is going to be the final version of the hero. I don't think they're going to be making any changes because they decided to reduce the skill of the hero from skill number 2, but instead they have buffed skill number 3 and skill number 4. And these two skills mostly work with troop types that are flying, full of flying units only. You don't need to have any ground troops on it to get these buffs. So this is pretty good. This hero is going to be busted when flying up in the sky. And if you don't have her in your team, you are going to be in trouble. I think we are starting to see a brand new Kuma for the flying troop type. Do not be surprised if you see that all the alliances in the game have a Seluna in their lineup, and then they go together flying up in the sky and annihilating anything. Seluna is going to introduce a brand new flying fighting style in Call of Dragons, and I cannot wait to see that happen. We're going to keep this pushing. We check out the awakening skill. I don't think they changed anything here from the awakening. Everything is the same. With flying units, you get up to 75% damage dealt and you get like 30% HP. This is awesome, guys. For the forest eagles, you're going to get like 45% physical attack for this hero when flying up in the sky. This is going to be amazing. Everything in the lineup needs to be flying. Now, I saw the testing that Beast Slave did in his video. This Seluna was like cooking pretty much everyone, including Yun Ming, and people are kind of surprised the hero is beating Yun Ming. I don't even know why people are surprised that Seluna is beating Yun Ming. Take a look at this. Seluna is a G5 hero. Yun Ming is a G4 hero. So Yun Ming has got nothing on Seluna. Usually, heroes that are one generation above are stronger than the previous generation. So Seluna is a G5 hero. She is going to be magnificent on the field for all the flying troop types in the game. We're going to see lots of flying meta everywhere. She's kind of like the Kuma of the flying troop type. You put any flying hero behind her, keep the whole lineup with flying units, and you're going to see the merit sprint. She is going to be cooking like crazy. And I cannot wait to see what people are going to be doing with this Seluna in the open field combat. I think that's pretty much everything that I have for this video in the game. I like the direction that the devs are going. I don't think the skills are going to be changed. I was a little bit skeptical because, you know, in the past, the devs introduced stuff in the game and then they went backwards and nerfed it. Like the Seraphic had more attack than what we see here. But the devs decided to nerf it, so I was a little bit skeptical. It also happened with this Jordan pet. This pet was hitting multiple targets at the same time. But the devs decided to make some changes. But looks like for Seluna, by reducing this second skill, it kind of made me realize that I don't think they are going to be changing anything. So looks like this is going to be the final version of Seluna, what we have here in the game. And always in the update patch notes, they always make a comment saying that the statistics may not be the same with what we have in the game. So it looks like what we heard in the update patch notes was a little bit different. So this is going to be the final version probably. And I like it, man. I hope they don't change it. I hope this is the final version going forward. and I'm pretty excited for this hero. She's going to be useful in so many places. I cannot wait to put her in my flying lineup. And by the way, we're going to be getting another brand new flying hero later on this year. So maybe that flying hero is going to be kind of like Seluna. I wouldn't be surprised if the devs made that hero kind of synchronized very well with Seluna. So things are going to get red hot in Call of Dragons for all the flying troop type. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the Kuma of the flying heroes in Call of Dragons. This is it, guys. If you don't invest in Seluna, you're probably going to be left behind. She's going to be useful in so many places. Killing Behemoths, fighting in statues, doing a lot of good stuff. You name it. Everything, she's going to be doing it. She's going to be one of the heroes that can walk on the field and fight you in a 1v1 situation and not be afraid. As we saw from some of the testing, this hero was doing some crazy work against Kuma in a 1v1 fight. So yeah, Seluna is here to kick butt and take names. Now we got some G5 mages just right around the corner. Well, it's going to be up to you. I'm not going to tell you how to invest in your heroes. You might want to wait a little bit, but if you invest in Seluna, I don't think you are going to regret it. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new, subscribe for more content. Until then, we shall meet again in the next one. Bye bye for now.